Hey guys, it's Will. I'm back for another Q&A. Yes, I have thought about it. Her and I have actually had several conversations about having kids. Obviously we would need to use something like a surrogate or even adoption as an option. But if we were to go with the option of using a surrogate, luckily Caroline has actually saved some of her DNA before she had her surgery. So we could use some of her DNA to have a child and also obviously some of mine to have a child as well. Caroline has actually made another video on the topic of her saving her DNA. So if you guys want to know a little bit more information about that, we'll add a link in the description. I wouldn't say I have a preference either way. I'm attracted to women, obviously, no matter what some of the commenters may say. Well, soon after Caroline and I started dating, she had her SRS. And after she had the surgery, she didn't really want to be in a serious relationship. She wanted to really be independent, continue to grow as a woman and learn about herself. Obviously, this is something that I think anybody that transitions is going to go through. You're starting a new chapter in your life and you want to learn more about yourself and who you are. This is something that caused us to break up several times in our relationship, which obviously I'm not trying to blame her for that. I know she was going through a lot then. But this was probably one of the hardest things that I dealt with while we were together. Yes, of course I'd still want to be with Caroline. I mean, she's an amazing woman, extremely beautiful, and I know that I'm very lucky to have her in my life. As for being intimate, well, when we first met, she had not had her surgery yet. And for someone that's never been with a pre-op trans woman, it is something that did actually cross my mind. But to be completely honest with you, it never really worried me. Now I know some people may say that makes you gay or something along those lines, but to be honest with you, in my opinion, it doesn't. For me, it just meant that the person I was with, I wanted to be as happy with me as I was with her. So if she wanted to be intimate, of course I would want to be intimate with her as well. That would just be a part of being in the relationship and sharing the love that we have for each other. Well, when we first started dating, we would cuddle, make out, all the standard things you do when you start a relationship with someone. But we didn't have sex. Now, Carolina she hadn't had her surgery yet, and she was not comfortable at the time having an intimate relationship. Now, after she had her surgery and began to heal and wanted to, explore her sexuality a little more, we began to become more and more intimate. And yes, we have had sex. Now, from my experience with Carolina and with other cis women before we started dating, there's really no difference. As with any woman, you obviously need to warm them up a little bit and start gently. And with Carolina, she usually preferred to dilate beforehand because it was something that made everything a little bit more comfortable for her, a little bit easier for her. Now, if any of you want to know a little more details about this topic, which I'm sure many of you do, I have spoken to Carolina, and I know she's going to be making a video covering this exact topic, going into a little more detail. So if you guys have any specific questions you'd like to ask, feel free to leave it in the comments. If you have anything specific you want to know from me, or anything that you want to see from me, please, again, leave it in the comments, and I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And thank you all for watching.